Hey, John here. Welcome back to the Super Awesome Geek Show. Today we got some affordable toy lines to look at. I picked out 4 toy lines that I think are still affordable. 3 of them are affordable in loose and mint on card. One of them is just affordable mint as a loose collection. You probably won't consider it affordable mint on card. So today we're going to take a look at 4 different toy lines, and I'm going to start out with World Wrestling Federation by Hasbro. Now this is the one that you do not want to collect on card, because like Ultimate Warrior here is $200 to $350 on card. Most of these figures are going to be in that range, or even more expensive mint on card. However, the same figure, Ultimate Warrior, is only $10 to $20 loose. This toy line has a huge disparity between mint on card and loose figures are fun to collect, and they are very, very affordable in my opinion. Like I said here, Ultimate Warrior, $10 to $20, and you're going to find a lot of them at the low end, $10 range. Wonderful figure, awesome action accessory, action feature, and great looking figure. You're going to want one of the best, Hulk Hogan, the one, the only. This is an awesome figure with some slam down action. He's about $12 to $25. This is a great looking figure. Mine has some scuffs on the hair, so make sure you look for that. Look for paint wear on a lot of these, because these were slammed together by kids. Wrestling figures are made to be slammed into each other, so you're going to see a lot of paint rub and wear and tear on these. So just keep that in mind when you're looking for these figures. The high end of these prices are going to be the super mint, minty mint, like fresh out of the package sort of prices. Roddy Piper here, $10 to $20. Check out the hot rod on his chest there. You can see on mine, it's a little bit worn off when he comes back around here. Also, look for discoloration in the white plastic and the white paint apps. Sometimes this figure will start yellowing, so you want to look for the whiter the better. There you can see the hot rod's a little worn off in the H, so make sure you're looking for that. This is hit Macho Man Randy Savage. Snap into it! Yeah, this is a cool figure. $15 to $30. I think because of his television commercials, he's up a little bit higher than some of the other figures. But this one is great. I mean, this is awesome. And who doesn't want Macho Man in their collection, you know? If you're going for the greats, you got to get him. Really cool figure. And none of these guys had any accessory. Well, a few of them did, but most of the time there's no accessories with these figures. I highly recommend grabbing a Sergeant Slaughter. Sergeant Slaughter is a must-have in just about any collection, and he branched his way into 2 or 3 different toy lines back in the 80s and 90s, and you just gotta get a Sergeant Slaughter. And here he is in basically the same outfit as he had in G.I. Joe Real American Hero. This is a great figure. Sergeant Slaughter's $20 to $35. He's still in that affordable range, although he is on the higher end of these wrestling figures. Look for the black on his muscle shirt. That can get worn off. All right, the one and only Andre the Giant. This is the creme de la crop. I have seen this guy going for as much as $50 now, but you can still find an Andre the Giant for low end around that $25 range. So I'd say $25 to $50 for Andre the Giant. Now, this is crazy. I bought mine just 2 or 3 years ago, and he was like $10. So this is one that has gone up a lot in just the last couple of years. So when doing research for this video, I was shocked to see how much he went up in value. So that brings us to another thing. Watch these lines, because everything on this video is only going to go up from here. Gowron on card, $8 to $18. These carded Star Trek The Next Generation figures are still very, very affordable. And quite often, you can find them for $5 or less. I have run into them at car boot sales, garage sales, various other things, 3 for $5, stuff like that. But looking around online, go into stores who individually price them. Jadzia here is going to be 5 and up. And great looking figure. There's figures that cross the line from Star Trek Next Generation to Deep Space Nine, Star Trek Voyager. There's some TOS, the original series stuff. There's even there's just figures from the movies, from everything, all around. So whatever your fancy, you're going to find it in this line. They did 1 million of them. The Ferengi here, loose, he's going to run you $3 to $10, and mint on card $5 to $15. So that's kind of what I'm saying. This is a line that you might as well collect on card, because the prices are not that much difference between a loose complete figure and a mint on card figure. And oftentimes you'll find damaged cards, and that's probably the better way to collect your figures, is to get a damaged card for $3 to $5 and rip it open and have a mint loose figure, and then find a minty mint card for the higher end, $12 to $15 for most figures, and have that as a minty mint on card example. The Borg here, great looking figure. There's a couple different Borg, $3 to $10, mint on card $5 to $15. There's some with chrome arm accessories. There's some with dull gray. There's some with dark gray. Some with black. There's a number of different Borg variations. To make your Borg army look different and unique with each figure. I think I've got 3 or 4 different variations of the Borg myself. Dathon, he's another one I highly recommend. I like collecting all the aliens, especially in this line. Dathon is a great alien from the Darmok episode, Darmok Engelada Tanagra. The head sculpt on this and the paint apps is just incredible on this action figure. Dathon runs you loose $5 to $10, mint on card $12 to $25. He is a little bit harder to find on card than some of the others, but you still might find him in a lot in that $5 range. But I kind of bumped the range up a little bit because individually I haven't seen him being sold for that low. Then we have Kalar here, the Klingon woman that was, I guess, going to marry Worf until she passed away, was killed. But she's the mother to Worf's child, Alexander. Kalar is a $5 to $12 loose figure, mint on card $10 to $18. She has some of the best accessories of any of these figures. I just love the helmet she has, the glove, a cool sword. And they all come with stands that represent their faction, which is really cool. And the Starfleet people have their name on the stands, like Geordi LaForge here. And yeah, a lot of the main characters, like Picard, Geordi, Data, Worf, they're going to run you super cheap. $5 to $12 loose, $5 to $15 on card. They are not expensive at all, and well worth the money. These are figures that are going to start going up. I guarantee it. There's no way that these things are going to stay this cheap forever. So I highly recommend getting into this line now while you can. I would even go so far as to say in 5 or 6 years, these are all going to be $100 each on card in a mint card. So Star Trek is something you really want to take a look at and start getting into. The next series I want to look at is Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves from the movie with Kevin Costner. These are some great looking figures. Robin Hood here with the longbow, and awesome card backs with some great photography art from the film. And I personally love this line. And the other thing is, it's Kenner reusing their stuff. The Sheriff here, $10 to $20 on card. These are not expensive figures on card or loose. And again, It's another line that if you can find damaged ones that are, the card is damaged, the bubbles damaged and torn apart, you can pop that thing open and have a mint figure fresh from the card, and then find some like these examples that are really minty mint and keep them on the card. The figures are great, like I said. They're reused molds from either Superpowers or Star Wars in some cases, and great looking figures with lots of awesome cloth goods. Azim here is $3 to $8 loose, mint on card $5 to $12. He is one of the cheapest ones. I mean, you can go on eBay right now and find carded examples for just $5. I'm not kidding at all. It's crazy how cheap some of these are. And again, I think this is a very overlooked line. Some Star Wars collectors take a look at it because Sherwood Forest and the Battle Wagon are taken directly from the Return of the Jedi Star Wars stuff from the Ewoks. And so some of those, caught the eye of Kenner Star Wars collectors and have kind of like brought them into this line. That's kind of how I got into this line. But it's something that I think everyone should take a look at. $5 to $10 for Robin Hood himself, mint on card $10 to $20. And he's a great looking figure. The mold on this one is actually taken from the Green Arrow figure from Superpowers, another Kenner line. Friar Tuck here, this is actually taken from the Gamorrean Guard mold, and put a cloth, whatever you call it, suit over him with a string and a cool thing. Friar Tuck, $8 to $15, mint on card $12 to $25. He is a little bit higher than some of the other figures, I think, just because if Star Wars collectors are just going to get one figure, they're going to get this one because it's the Gamorrean Guard redone as a human. So people kind of gravitate towards this one. But the cloth goods on this line are just incredible, and I think that's what adds the value to these. They have incredible cloth goods, lots of cool accessories. Look at the gold chain on him. Sheriff of Nottingham here with a cool sword and a cape. The sheriff's going to run you $5 to $10 loose, mint on card $10 to $20. Again, he's not that expensive right now, and you can easily get a full collection of these for, I mean, like it didn't even cost me $100 to get every single figure on card. It was very, especially if you buy a bunch of them together. It's a very, very affordable toy line to grab. But individually, you're still not going to break the bank. And one of the coolest ones is the Warrior, the Dark Warrior. He comes with a pike axe and a helmet, and he's got like a chainmail suit with a dagger that slips into it. These are $5 to $12 loose and complete, mint on card $12 to $23. They're great army builder figures, and I think one of the coolest action figures to be out in this era. The 90s just had some great toy lines that I think are, like I said, completely overlooked by today's market, and consequently right now they are very affordable and easy to collect, the line, and I just can't say enough. Uncanny X-Men, these are ToyBiz Marvel figures. We got Wolverine here, mint on card $20 to $40 with snap-out claws. I have seen a couple of outliers on this one where there are a few examples out there where they're super, super mint that are pushing $100, but I only found like one or two outliers that were that high. I found some equally mint cards for around the $40 range, so that's why I put the range at that on this one. Sabretooth, Wolverine's counterpart, $10 to $25. I gotta tell you, I got a lot of my ToyBiz Marvel figures carded, like you see here, for like $5 or $6 just 3-4 years ago. And I said back then, I'm picking up a lot of these because I'm getting them while they're $5, because they're going to start going up. And like we saw with that Wolverine, he's already in the $40 range. And like, I swear to you, 3 or 4 years ago, he was $5 all day long. So same with Apocalypse here. just a couple years ago, he was $5 or $6, and now he's pushing $30 for a super ultra mint one on card. Loose, $10 to $15 even with his, if he's got the bazooka thing with him, and his hoses are intact. These figures have already started going up, and I really think the more we get into Marvel and the more we see some of these characters on screen, the more that these things from ToyBiz are just going to go up. And this is another range, another line of figures, just like these Playmates Star Trek, that I think give it another 5 or 6 years, and they're all going to be around $100 each. War Machine, loose, $12 to $18. Mint on card, $20 to $30. The chrome on these Iron Man and War Machine figures are just incredible. I think this one came out as like Space Iron Man and as a War Machine figure. There's like, he's definitely War Machine colors, but I think this was more like a Space Iron Man kind of thing. We got Tony Stark here. Now the cool thing about the Iron Man and War Machine figures are that all the armor pieces can snap on and off. And this is Tony Stark with the red and gold armor set that goes in a suitcase. Loose, $15 to $20, just because a lot of times that suitcase is missing. Mint on card, $20 to $35. Again, this was one that when I bought him on card, I got one on card and one loose here. When I bought him on card, he was around $5. Now he's pushing $35. Great looking figure, though. I think this is an awesome figure. The Human Torch from the Fantastic Four. So ToyBiz Marvel just went the gamut. They had Spider-Man, Ghost Rider. They had all the line, Daredevil. They had just anything you can think of. They did a figure of it. The Human Torch, loose, $10 to $15. Mint on card, $15 to $30. This one has a fire action. You pull that little flame string on his back, and he lights up on fire. And you can flip this little lever on that thing, and he'll fly up into flying action. You know, just springboard him up into flight. Great looking figure. The entire Fantastic Four line is just a set of incredible figures. Highly recommend them. Namor here comes with a trident and a shield. Looks like a sea turtle shield and a golden trident. And he's got some flip action feature with his arms there. Prince Namor loose, $10 to $15. Mint on card, $15 to $30. Really cool looking figure. Look at the wings on his feet. Isn't that awesome? Yeah. Yeah, I think you pull that lever or twist that lever and his hand will spin and attack with that trident. It's pretty cool. Yeah, a lot of these ToyBiz figures have some kind of gimmick or some kind of feature with them. Terrax here is an awesome figure, powerful figure. And I think the base he's on, you can pull it back and he runs forward. Terrax loose is only $8 to $12. Mint on card, $10 to $25. But this is an incredible figure. He's heavy, he's bulky, he's solid. It's a great looking figure. Looks awesome on card, mint on card. And these I just can't say enough about ToyBiz figures. They're just incredible. All these lines, every one of these 4 lines we went through are just incredible looking figures. And I think they're undervalued right now, at least as a loose and some of these ones. The 3 that we went out, like Star Trek, Robin Hood, and ToyBiz Marvel, are still affordable on card. And I just think that there's something that, especially the Marvel and the Star Trek, something you don't want to overlook. All right, guys, thanks a lot for watching. I hope this helped you guys out. I appreciate it. I'm John. I'm out of here, and we'll catch you guys on the next one. See ya.